Pika Pika! Pika Pika!
That's going to be our whole show, is like Kelsey's only going to talk in Pokemon language, which I guess is just
Pika Pika!
their name of
Pika.
whichever Pokemon they are. Also, I don't know if it's Pokemon or Pokemon.
I call it Pac-Man. It's Chelsea at the movies!
Yay!
Neither Rachel and I would be considered like Pokemon fans. I remember the cartoon when I was a younger person, and I remember how cute Pikachu was, and I remember how crazy, like, popular it was amongst younger people and amongst just people in general. Pokemon's been tremendously successful. It's a big business now, and yeah.
I have never seen the cartoon. If there's been any other movies or anything, I've never seen any of them. I also did not play the Pokemon Go game on the phone thing that
We're
was
not really
a craze.
Gamers per se.
So I went into this movie, I think a little bit, like it was a lot for me to...
Well, they hooked us with the trailer, right? What a great
we
trailer
loved
for
the trailer.
Detective Pikachu.
They had like the two, like Pikachu and the kid playing the main character, and they were playing Happy Together was like the song. And the way this was shot, it was kind of had a lot of dark shadows and grays and blues, which kind of fit with the whole detective. It's almost like you took the noir, like detective,
but also put a lot of color into it.
Yeah, and then you add Pokemon in, and like, anyway, I really like that. And the trailer totally like hooked us, where I was like, not being a Pokemon person, I was like, what? Like, I want to see this. Yeah. And I think the first time I saw it, like, I was, like, intrigued by the trailer. I might have, like, I think I got some tears in my eyes. Like, it was, like, a whole thing.
Yeah, and then Ryan Reynolds intrigued me as the voice of Pikachu.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Reynolds has that, I don't know what Ryan Reynolds has, but he's got it.
Yeah.
And people love him. And he's what makes Deadpool so successful. And he's what made me want to go see this movie, really.
Yeah. So this particular movie is about a kid whose father was a detective in
a place called Ryme City, where humans and Pokemon live together
and
in
work
harmony.
together. Yeah. And so he has to uncover like some sort of mystery, and this Pikachu character like comes to work with him. So that's kind of the setup without spoiling anything for the movie. Kelsey, what do you say about this movie? Go, wait, or skip?
I'm going to say wait to see this movie. I enjoyed watching this movie, but today when we're going to talk about it, I hadn't thought about this movie since I saw it. I was sometimes bored during it. I wasn't a big Pokemon fan, so obviously if you were, you probably want to go see it. But if you're not and you're just looking for something to watch, and you're like, should I go see this movie? I say, if you're really bored, maybe. But if not, just wait until you can watch it on whatever device you would like to see it on.
I'm having a hard time, and I think I'm just going to say skip. So here's the thing. If you do like Pokemon, then I'm going to say wait. If you have no interest in Pokemon, and maybe you don't have time for some cuteness and funny humor from a Pikachu character, then I say skip it, because I don't think this is going to add anything to your life that like you need to see. And yeah, Ryan, the voice of Ryan Reynolds for Pikachu was great, but I don't know, just go see Ryan Reynolds in another movie.
Well, or be like me, my inner thought voice is just Ryan Reynolds' voice. Okay. That's how I think.
Spoilers.
Pika Pika. That's spoilers.
It's Pika. First of all, this was a lot as somebody who wasn't familiar with Pokemon to suspend disbelief about.
So many Pokemons.
Yeah, so I was like, wait a minute, like everybody just like, this is their world and they catch Pokemon and then they train them and what's going on? Yeah. And then it was like a lot like coming at me.
Yeah, because you didn't know any of that. I knew the basic premise of Pokemon. And so for me, like, I understood that, you know, they caught them in the little ball things, and like
I didn't know what that ball thing was.
They would have battles. I wasn't exposed to like all the rest of it, and even for me, there was just a lot of Pokemon in this movie. Which, if you're a Pokemon fan, then yeah, that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
It's not really my thing, is what I'm saying, right? So like that's why I'm like, I don't know. I can see if I was a big Pokemon fan, this might have been awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
But for
I don't
just
have like a big
regular
attachment where I like to this to want to see it like in a movie. But they did do an excellent job. So like I mentioned earlier, I liked the way that it was shot. I thought they did a good job with like live action humans, right, and Pokemon, like all in the same thing. Like we have come so far with CGI. It's really amazing.
It reminds me, like, so the bar for me would be, I'm also not that interested in Legos, but the Lego movie is fantastic.
Yeah, that first.
This movie is not nearly as good as the Lego movie, right? No. But it isn't bad. Like I'm glad I went and saw it in a way that like it was mildly entertaining to me. Mm-hmm. I was bored sometimes with the story. But not to where I was like, when is this going to be over? It was more like, hey, when's the next thing going to happen? And at the end of the movie, I wasn't mad that I saw the movie. I was more just like, there was a movie I watched.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're at home and you're bored and like some random movie comes on TBS or whatever and you watch it and then you forget about it and go on with your life. That's kind of how I feel about this movie.
Yeah. So the stuff that was good about it was Pikachu.
Pikachu's precious, first of all, and
Pikachu, and then specifically Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu, and then how they wrote the script for that. Like, I don't know if Ryan Reynolds has specific like writers that write for him and his humor, but like,
or maybe he's the writer,
or maybe he gives a lot of input. I don't know what it is, but it seemed to just mesh really well. And where I loved Pikachu, and it's like, you know, I thought the kid, I want to say kid, maybe young adult.
He did it. Yeah, I thought
he did a good job.
And the girl that was his love interest / reporter, I thought the casting for it was pretty good. Like, I thought that they had, like...
They did good. It's just that the writing and the dialogue outside of Pikachu and that kid was, like... And the story was just, like, kind of weak, you know? Like, you had your, like, evil character, like, classic villain. The girl playing the reporter, sometimes, like, she was just a little, like... odd to me. Like, it was just, I don't know, there were things that were, I don't know, it was just the story, and I did, like you, I got bored in the middle of it, and it was kind of like, okay, when is this going to end? And then at the end, they had all these twists. I mean, it was just like, that wasn't the villain, now this is the villain, and this happened, and that's not even a real person, that's a Pokemon, and then, like, guess what? This person, and this is a huge spoiler, but we already warned you about spoilers, Pikachu is really your dad, and now, like, this other Pokemon now has come in, and guess what? He has magic powers, and he turned everything back to where the way it was before all this crazy stuff happened, and this Pikachu is now just a Pika.
Yeah.
Like, so and your dad is now your dad again, but I was like, wait a minute, you mean if there's another movie, I don't get the hilarious Ryan Reynolds Pikachu anymore? Like, this is just over and done with? Like, I made a connection with this Pikachu that could speak English.
All we want in life is a Ryan Reynolds Pikachu, and that's the one thing they promised us. They gave it to us, only to rip it away from us at the end. Nobody cares about his dad. You know, his dad was dead to us.
Right, we don't know his dad. And then, like, at the end, when you did see Ryan Reynolds, like,
now you're just a boring human with weird teeth.
They aged him, but they gave him weird teeth. I don't know why they did that. Like, I get aging him to make him like his dad.
People already, as you get older, you become less beautiful. There's no reason to steal Ryan Reynolds, like, at his peak, away from, you know what I mean? It's already going to happen to him. Don't do that to him.
It was weird to give him weird teeth. It just didn't make any sense to me. I don't know if you wanted to show somebody, like, who grew up in a certain place where maybe they're known for having not great teeth. This was Ryme City. It's completely fictional. Also, I don't understand. It was kind of just, it wasn't all that I hoped that it was going to be.
It was just about, like, I didn't feel bad for going to see it, but it was so, I don't want to say boring, but, like, enough to where we started talking about a completely different topic during the movie review. And we're trying to review this movie, so take that as you will.
Yeah.
Pikachu's awesome. I thought that some of the Pokemons were really cute and, like, interesting.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed, like, seeing that world. If that's your thing and you love Pokemon, I get it, how that could be your thing. That's really an awesome idea, and it's just not my thing.
I also want to say that from the, like, perspective of writing, if you're writing a story and then your story ends with something that makes everything prior to it, like, almost irrelevant, I find that problematic. So writing a whole thing and then at the end being like, it was all a dream. Or writing a whole thing and at the end, like, oh, it turns out that, yeah, I was married, your mother died, and then I married, like, your aunt, who I was really in love with for this entire sitcom.
Tell me about How I Met Your Mother?
Yes. Then you ruined all the years of the sitcom, which was called How I Met Your Mother, and was supposed to be about that. Why did we watch all those, like, and I didn't even watch all the episodes of that.
Yeah.
But, like, you ruin it, and that's what happened at the end of this. The Pokemon, like, just was like, almost back to normal. I mean, like, the dad seemed to remember what happened, so I guess he had some, also, like, when he had the dad, like, go into the Pikachu's body, like, did he hold on to the dad's body and, like, conserve it so it didn't, like, deteriorate?
Is this Pokemon?
Did he also Why did he also not only did he move the dad to the Pikachu's body, but he also gave the dad's mind amnesia, because this Pikachu character, all he knew is that this kid could understand him, although nobody else could.
Just tell us the answers.
Really, I guess this Pokemon is omnipotent. Although, how in the world?
How did you get caught then?
Well, I think it was intentional, just to repair the relationship between this father and son.
Classic.
So, it's like how God allows us to suffer for good reasons.
Okay. That's a lot for review.
So, yeah, Pokemon, God, there you go.
Yeah. So, I have no transition for that. Pika, Pika. It's just, what's up with that, England? Why is that a stereotype about English people's teeth?
I think it's because of their different health care.
Let's get real for a second.
In the United States, people can go and pay, you pay for your health care, but if you have state-run health care, then you
don't want to get political.
Not,
let's not get political.
Take care of maybe, or go have, I don't know. That's what I heard from somebody else. I have no idea.
We don't know. But we know that it is a stereotype, and that we probably shouldn't talk about it on camera. Is it weird that I don't want to show my teeth now? I'm like, are you going to look at my teeth? My teeth aren't perfect either. Shut up.
Okay.
Hello, because I'm from England.